If I want to plant sunflowers, this grass has got to go. But I tell you what, I ain't letting nothing go to waste. Last episode, we sold a bunch of stuff and made some good money. But now it's time to put the ground back to work. This grass, well, it's done. It's done its job. Now it's going to be time to plant sunflowers. So, let's get started. I have been doing more mowing than I had really anticipated. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Been thinking about this. And I really like this Bednar batwing. It's got a 7-meter width, and it will windrow, so we don't even have to have a windrower. We've been using that small one, and it was just leased. So now it's time to go ahead and bite the bullet and get this guy. We'll throw the trash fan on there. I don't know exactly what that does, but you know, what the hey. Let's buy that. We'll go pick that up at the shop, which is conveniently right by us. Now, while we're here, let's go over here. Well, hit the wrong button. I only have the one thing leased, so let's return it. All right. It didn't cost us much, but it was a cost. All right, let's run over here to the shop real quick and get our mower and see if we can't cut this really quick. Oh man, we still got some stuff over here to pick up too. All right. And we'll just go right up here. And we will get on this right away. Unfold the mower. And we need to toggle the work mode to the swathing. We turn on the mower. And let's activate, no. Go into steering assist. Let's get on one of these lines here and let's get it activated. Let's lower the mower and let's go at it. And I probably will jump cut this here in just a minute. No need to watch me mow and miss spots like that. I'll come back around and clean that up around the edges, because we don't want anything to go to waste, if you know what I mean. Well, that's not the right spot, Skeeter. Alright, we'll jump cut this and I'll bring you back when we're done mowing. Alright, that was really quick. Now, we'll go swap out this mower for the baler and we'll get started with the baling. Just leave our equipment everywhere, why don't we? Man, oh man. Alright, where is the baler? It's over yonder. Let's go get it. Right, let's get this out of here and let's get to work. And see if we can hit as many things as we possibly can on the way. I think that's the greatest idea, right? Okay, baling, baling, baling. Gonna get this grass baled up. Gonna turn it into silage, which is money, money, money. Alright, turn on the baler. Automatic drop. Lower the pickup. Shortly I will do another jump cut because we've all seen baling happen, and I know it's a easy, quiet job, but you know, we don't need to watch every single thing. But I do have to say that mower was really fast, and it's really nice having these swaths that are much bigger than the ones we had before with the little front mower. Anyway, I'm gonna jump cut this and I'll bring you back because we have a lot to do today in this episode and I want to make sure we get it all done. Alright, we've just finished baling. And you can see over there a little bit. We'll see them more in a minute as we go pick them up. But we ended up with 10 bales. I know that's not much, but every little bit that goes in this fermenter turns into silage, which turns into money. And if we're going to become the pasta king and $100 million, then we got a long way to go. We need to accelerate this process some. At some point, I think we will hit our critical mass and we'll start really pumping out the money, and we'll be able to accelerate that progress. We'll go over here and we'll pick up our bale fork and our front loader. Let's see, is this the right? That's the round bale. Okay, yep, that's what we need. We'll go over here and we'll start picking up some bales. And then we'll go from there. Alrighty, here we go, here we go. Now this is an auto load fork, and it does a really good job. All right, so I will jump cut this till I'll bring you back when we bring in the last load into the fermenter. I will see you then. All right, we just picked up the last 3, and we're gonna take these back in there and drop them in. Take a quick look at our fermenter and see how much we got going in there. Ow! I run into the gate? Jeez. That's a very Skeeter thing to do. Miss Dust Bunny would be proud of me. Just drop those in there. Let's hop out. Let's see what we got in here. 70, almost 71,000 liters of grass. Oh man, we still have a ton of straw in there too. And it's all getting turned into silage. We'll just hold on to it till it reaches its maximum value. Alright, let's go put this up. And our next process will be to get the field ready. And you know, as far as that grass goes, it's grass today, it's silage tomorrow, and the next day it turns into money. Alright, let's drop that off. Back up far enough. Drop that off. Oop. Back up, back up, back up. Okay. Let's take I'll take a moment here. Well, I checked the field and all we need to do is plant. So I realize that I only have a seeder and I don't have a planter. So let's go look at planters. And I think this one is gonna be the best one to do. The best bang for the buck. I've used this one before, it's pretty good. And it will plant our sunflowers, 4 meters, and you can't beat the price at 7,000. So let's go in here and let's buy this. All right, we'll go pick that up. But first, we are going to we're going to need to cultivate. So we'll be doing that. So let's go get our cultivator. Which is conveniently left in the middle of the yard. Boy, look at those eggs over there. We're going to have to move some of those out of the way or run out of room. All right, let's see. Going to cultivate that field right up. Cultivate that field right up. Alright, we're going to unfold. And we're going to lower. And we're going to switch to the steering assist. And then we're going to get to work. Nothing more satisfying than fresh cultivated soil. After this, we will put some lime on it. Then we'll get to planting. And then after that, we'll probably put spray it with liquid fertilizer, although we may do that next month. Let it get a little growth stage on it. And we'll see how that goes. Wow, I hope y'all don't mind, but there's a lot of jump cuts today. And like I said, we're trying to get a lot of stuff done in this episode. So, if you don't like me doing the jump cuts, just leave something in the comment section down there and let me know, and I'll try to keep those down to a minimum if that's what y'all want. But if you don't mind it, it helps the episode and the series progress a little better. Alright. Nope, I'm going to pick that up. Okay, we'll see you back in a minute. Alright, we are finishing up the last little bit of liming the field. Excuse me. And then the next thing is planting the sunflowers. So I'll bring you back when we're ready to start that process. Oh, great. Here we are about to start planting the sunflowers. And here we go. Not a very big planter, but, you know, it was a good price. And I don't think that the ones that were wider would be worth the difference in the price, honestly. At least at this stage in the game. I mean, I was thinking as we were cultivating that it might be time to think about, well, not now, but at some point we need to think about getting some bigger equipment. Especially once we decide exactly what our directions are going to be on things. We're going to be, in order to be pasta king, we're going to have to be growing lots of grains. So we're probably going to need to upgrade our harvester and our planter or seeders and, you know, those kinds of things, so that we can get the job done in a reasonable amount of time. But that's, you know, that's for the future. We got to figure that out. There's a lot of steps on the road to becoming the pasta king. And it's not necessarily an easy road. If you know what I mean. Well, again, I think we're going to do another jump cut. So I will see you back shortly. Alright, we're almost done here. But as you can see, it started snowing. Snowing in April. Not something I'm used to. Being someone who grew up in South Texas. Pretty much a tropical climate. Barely ever gets below freezing here. And snow, well, that's a once every 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Mainly we get ice and sleet. All right, we are done here. So, do a quick check here and see what we need to do next and figure out some plans. I'll be right back. Alright, so as you can see, other than some fertilize, which both fields need, we're looking pretty good there. I have the mod that certain crops don't need rolling, and sunflowers should be one of them. We are good to go. We don't have any weeds yet. So it looks like we are good. Snow. Snow in April. Gotta love it. Alright, I had to take a moment to get a screenshot for the thumbnail. So, what else do we have? This will be pretty much it for today. I'm going to leave this out for now, just like everything else. And I think for next time, we'll be doing our fertilizing. And let's take a look. We haven't looked at the excuse me, we've got the the olive groves over here, which, by the way, I converted all of them into the base game version instead of that other one. So we've got to get out of here first. We've got to mulch and cultivate these. And it says it needs plowing, but I don't know what we do about that. I haven't seen any research on that, so I don't know, but I'll try to figure that out before next time. So then we'll be taking care of these, and that's going to be pretty much it. So, until next time, this is Cousin Skeeter saying bye-bye for now.